Hey YouTube, today I want to come on here and talk about something based on my experience, which is um, sometimes you can process one of the ways you can process emotions is through you know doing things that you enjoy or through activities through a task. Like I know when we talk about processing our emotions, a lot of times people would say sit with it and cry, and I say that too, because you do gotta process stuff, but also you know based on my experience, like in the past and lately, especially lately, because I never thought about this. I never thought about, okay, you could process your emotions through doing things that, like, doing things you enjoy or doing things. Like I never thought you could. It never hit me until the day that you could process your emotions through, um, when you're doing something. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what led me to do a video on this topic. It's because lately I've been really noticing, um, you know, like I said, my emotions keep coming up, and it's like I've been kind of every time I get lately when I get sad, I um I pull out my coloring book and I start coloring, and I notice, like, the sadness is still there, but I feel a lot better, and I also, like, I feel like I'm able to think through it better while coloring or while and journaling. That's another thing too. Another thing is you can do to process, you know, because I'm gonna do another video on this too, things to do to process or to work through your emotions based on my experience. Because this is not me like giving out it, like I'm not trying to be. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. This is just all based on my experience and what has helped me. And that's the disclaimer. Like I am not an expert. It's just based on my experience. But yeah, I noticed, like, you could be doing certain things. Like, let's say, whether that's doing something that you enjoy or whether that's I don't think it even has to be things you enjoy, but that also is another thing I feel like can help you process your emotions or deal with your emotions. But another thing is, like, let's say you are, like, doing a chore around the house or doing chores around the house, or you probably like learning a new language or whatever it is, and those emotions and those thoughts will come to you. Those thoughts will come to you, but you'll be able to, like, process it better. Because I noticed that when you are engaged in something, like when there's an activity or something that or a task that demands your full attention, it's like the thought can come, but you'll either feel a little bit of sadness, but you'll either feel a little bit of sadness, but you can still deal with it, or you'll feel neutral about the thing that comes to your mind that's making you sad. Like, you notice when, like, let's say you're doing something. Let's say it could be something like doing chores around the house, or maybe you learning a new language, or maybe you notice when you, or maybe you watching a favorite TV show. You notice that, um, you notice that those things, like, kind of like takes your mind. Well, yeah, it can take your mind off stuff, but you notice those things, like the thought will still come to you, the thing will still come to you that's making you sad. But even though the thought that comes to your mind is making you sad, you're still able to deal with that emotion a little better because your mind is kind of engaged and focused on something else. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe some of what I said kind of didn't make sense, but yeah, I've been noticing lately when I get sad, I pull out my coloring book. I pull out a coloring book and I start coloring, and or or I will watch a TV show or something like that. But or I like vent to God. I definitely vent to God. That's also helps. But I've been drawing to coloring lately more than I usually am. Which, like I said, I always love to color. I love arts and crafts. And you know, I also was gonna say something. What did I was about to say something. You know what? I forgot what I was gonna say. If I remember, I'll probably put it in the description below. I'll probably do another YouTube video on this. But yeah, you can also process your emotions. You can process and work through your emotions and deal with your emotions when you are doing something, in the midst of you doing something. Because I noticed lately, for me, when I'm coloring, it's like it uplifts my mood and my spirit, but it also, the thought comes up, or the thing that's making me sad will still come to my mind while I'm coloring. But it's like I can like deal with it better because my mind is like engaged on this picture I'm coloring, or engaged in this TV show I'm watching, or But yeah, that's what I want to talk about based on what I noticed, based on my experience lately. And this don't even have to be for sadness. This could be for anger. Like this could be for anger, like if you're angry, or even if you're lonely or angry, or whatever it is. You can do something, and it changes your whole mood, or it helps you process and work through and deal with the emotion better. Cause I know there's times when I was angry, and I would go to God and I would vent, which that's some God should be the first thing I know, the first go to. But I would go to God and I would vent, and I would feel a whole lot better. Or I would watch a TV show. Wait a minute. Yeah, I remember I was upset about something, and I watched a TV show that really liked. I watched a TV show that I enjoyed, and after a few minutes, or within a little bit of time, the anger went away. I was able to work through that. It was like the thought didn't disappear. The thing that was making me angry or sad, it didn't disappear. But putting myself in another, like, um, doing something while allowing myself to work through that and process it, it actually like helped me a lot. It allowed me to process the anger, and the anger left. Like, but yeah, this is not like no expert. Like, I'm not an expert. It's just something that I noticed based on my experience. And if I said something like that was like not right in this video, let me know. Because I am not an expert at this, not trying to be an expert. I'm just talking based on my experience and what I've noticed with me in the past, and especially lately. And I just want to, help other people, with this. Like, I hope this video helps other people, because I know how it is when you dealing with so much different emotions, or like not different emotions, excuse me. Yeah, different emotions, when you I know how it is to be like sad or down, or just going through your emotions and crying a lot, and you don't know how to help yourself, or you feeling like hopeless, or like you feeling so angry that it's hard to calm down inside. And I just hope this video helps someone. Y'all have a beautiful day. Oh, and I'm gonna do some more videos talking about this too, because I know if we don't get a grip on our emotions, it will cause you to spiral. If we don't get a grip on our emotions, it will cause you to spiral and it can cause you to go into depression. It can cause you to crash out and lash out on other people. It can cause you to do things like that is not healthy. For, um, and I notice this based on my personal experience. And I hope this video helps someone. But yeah, I'm gonna do 2 other videos on this. One of them speaking on um, activities, or not even activities, but activities or things to do to work through your emotions, and also things to do that can take your mind off of activities and things to do that could take your mind off of what's bothering you and uplift your mood. Like they could take your mind off of those things and activities that can make you feel better. But yeah, that's the next two videos. I see y'all the next two videos. Bye.